Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday in the future. It's in the past. I think it's December 27th, 2022. Christmas is come and gone already. Can you believe it? What a Christmas for all of us. I hope everyone received what they wanted or gave what they wanted to give, and that shipping came ahead of time instead and surprised you. Just like I'm going to surprise you with this pre-recorded Bombcast. I'm Janet Choi, your host of the Giant Bombcast. Co-captain of the ship, as always, getting ready to take down the lights already 2 days after Christmas. Jeff Grubb.
Iceberg dead ahead, because I'm probably snowed in by now. Is what the weather's telling me. I'm gonna be covered in a sheet of ice, and hopefully I have like running water and all that stuff. Let's just hope. I'm hoping for the best.
I'm hoping for the best, and we got the best because we also got Jason A. Stryker.
It's going to be friggin' cold on Christmas, apparently. Like, we're talking negative percentages or temperatures with wind
And
chill.
percentages, probably.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right. That's why we needed the numbers man himself to crunch the percentages and the numbers. Jeff Bacalar.
Oh, is that what I am?
Is this what I am to you?
You
Dude,
probably crunched the most numbers out of the five of us,
that's
right?
true.
Yeah, that's probably true. I love how Grub, dude, you're using a Titanic reference. Like you're very
I got
much
Jimmy
on land.
Cameron on the brain.
It's topical. It's topical.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay,
This is an Avatar-based website now. We're all thinking about James Cameron all the time.
I really hope there's not any sort of iceberg interaction for you over the break. That would be
Listen,
quite
Lake
the
Erie could like freeze and like come attack my house. So who knows?
thing. Sure. I hope not, but goddamn.
Yeah.
And we have our resident lake expert and maybe also fellow Pandora enthusiast by the time this is out, Dan Riker.
I will have seen it on Christmas Eve, and I think I'm doing it right. I had a chat with Grubb and Jan earlier about the right high frame rate laser IMAX Dolby cinema experience, and I think I got the right tickets. I thought the first one was totally fine, while everyone else seemed to hate it. So now that people like the sequel, maybe I'll really like it. We'll see.
It's
James Cameron and sequels do okay.
Yes, he's done a couple okay sequels in his time.
Yeah.
Titanic 2.
Absolutely.
Piranha 3 was pretty good. Yeah.
Bacalar, you didn't catch this, and Jason, you didn't catch this, but when we on the Bombcast last week, when we were talking about Avatar, I said I wanted to watch it. That same night, I went out and watched it in high frame rate, and my mind was blown. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can switch from 24 to 48. It doesn't. In like without switching anything, there's no cartridge swap going on.
Nah, the laser just goes faster.
Quick question, and again, by this time that this airs, I will have seen it. So the first one, I remember you had all your blue people stuff going on, and then you also had like, "Hi, I'm Sigourney Weaver, the person." Like, does this one have? Because all the trailers I've just seen people flying around on blue things. Like, is there the people stuff? That Sam Worthington guy, right?
Falco is in a mech. I don't know how many times you're going to make me say it.
Yeah, you're Dan.
Wait, Edie Falco, like looking like Edie Falco, or looking like a blue lady?
Like looking like Edie Falco.
Oh, okay.
She's got like a coffee mug, right? This is what I've heard.
No. This is the best. That's the best part of the movie.
Listen,
Wait, so there are real people?
Just imagine it. Yes, there are real people.
It's not all in Blue Person Land.
No.
right?
No.
Well,
It's
the first
mostly
one
Blue
wasn't.
Person Land.
The first one wasn't all Blue Person Land.
That's what I'm saying. Is because I remember the real people stuff in the first one, but all the trailers I've seen have been the blue people stuff.
Right, Beckler, did you miss when he said, "Hello, I'm Sigourney Weaver," just like she said in the movie? Her famous line.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is she in this? Or did she die in the first one? I don't remember anything that happened in the first one.
Spoiler.
Let's just
Dan,
relax.
Don't say anything then. Wait. I don't remember anything that happened in the first one.
She did
No
die in
one
the
does.
first
It was
one.
40 years ago.
I know. I remember the general like moral or fable or whatever the thing you're supposed to take away was like,
Moral story.
nature we should protect, right?
Yes.
That's the basic gist of the first movie,
Yeah,
right?
James Cameron
Fern
took a
Gully.
bold
It's
stance
just
in favor
Fern
of
Gully.
nature.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. He was
Okay.
Nature,
Is that all I need to
indigenous
know?
people. Avatar 2 is the same exact movie, but now there's hella water.
Do I need to refresh?
much
Do I need to watch a YouTube refresher, or can I just go in with literally zero? I remember it was in 3D. That's the only thing I really remember.
Okay, so you remember there's blue people, Sigourney Weaver, and
Mech with a knife.
unobtainium. Yes. Okay, you're done. You're good.
Are you going to be Cheesecake Factory before or after?
Before, so we're gonna get some cheesecake,
belly full of Cheesecake Factory.
cocktails,
Okay,
we're
you're
gonna
fine.
fill
You're
cheesecake. edibles, doing the whole thing.
You don't need anything. If you're high and in a belly full of Cheesecake Factory, I can't think of a better way to watch Avatar.
On a giant
I think
laser
you're good.
IMAX screen. All right.
Yo,
You're gonna be
that's the
stoned
dream.
too, Dan.
Believe so.
That Tuesday,
I have
man?
bad history with theaters and panic attacks, and also bad history with marijuana and panic attacks. But I'm in a pretty good space, a good headspace these days. And here's the thing. Here's the key thing. The thing with anxiety in movie theaters is all about not being able to get up and get out easily. We're doing the big theater thing with the plush rockers and stuff like that, like the fancy ones.
Oh, okay.
I know if I need to get out, it's easy to get out.
Big,
So it's
thick
like
rows, girthy rows.
Love a good
Yes.
thick row. Yeah.
So I think I'm in the right headspace for this. Yeah.
You have not said anything that like assures you. Like, I can't believe you made this decision because you've basically.
You better not talk him out of it, Beckler. I'm so
not.
excited for him.
No, it's already
he's gonna
happened
do
by
it.
the time people hear this.
Yes.
Oh, right. But you were like, look, I do terribly when I'm stoned. I do terribly when I'm this. I do terribly when I'm full. I pee every 10
James
seconds.
Cameron will
I
take
will be
care of
peeing
you.
a lot. I will be peeing a lot because I'll have a lot of
well,
Cheesecake
3
Factory
hours.
cocktails. I mean,
Well,
that's
the way
the
of
other thing
water.
too. I'll have some cocktails ahead of time, and that'll make me nice and loose and easygoing. So like that, everything is according to plan. It's going to work perfectly fine.
Dan, I want you to
That sounds
take a
like
piece of cheesecake to go and then eat it at the theater.
You can bring
your
a
lap.
cheesecake in there. I was a supervisor at AMC for like 4 years. There was nothing in the rule book about like make sure you. People get up in their heads about like, oh, I can't sneak this in. You can bring a fucking birthday cake in there. We can't stop you. All right.
That's true.
Everyone gets up in their head about
You've
that. You
let
can bring whatever you
thousands
want.
of
to.
pieces of cheesecake into AMC theaters
Yes.
in your years. Yeah.
Yes, I could Death Stranding a bunch of cheesecake into the theater and they wouldn't stop me.
I love it.
So fucked up.
Death Stranding
like
a bunch of cheesecake. That's
Yeah, like 2-story backpack of cheesecake.
Yes.
You really think no one would stop you?
That's so fucked
Unless
up.
it's like scraping against the ceiling and leaving cheesecake streaks on the ceiling, I think we're good.
let's go around the room real quick. Best cheese or preferred cheesecake flavor. Jeff Grubb, we'll start with you.
I'm a chocolate guy, so give me all like the chocolate whip, the all that stuff, the double chocolate. I'll do that.
Okay, Jason.
How many different flavors are there?
Yeah.
Like tons.
There's like strawberry. There's
Let's check
what
the
else we
Golden
got?
Girls Wikipedia and see what it
Tons.
says.
Yeah, I came to cheesecake later in life, so I don't really know all the different. I think
Yeah.
maybe vanilla with the strawberry on top.
Yeah, that's
hang on.
yeah. That counts.
I'm gonna say strawberry.
Okay.
Let's go strawberry.
Back
Aren't there
alive.
some that have like crumblies? Like, are there any that have like peanut butter crumblies or anything? That sounds really
100%.
good.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
I was
Okay.
about to name. So give me a peanut butter cheesecake with cream cheese icing
Ooh.
and
Okay.
Oreo crumblies on the side, please.
Crumbly.
Like around
Adam's peanut butter cup fudge ripple. which
What did
just
you call
looks-
me?
I called you an Adam peanut butter
say
cup fudge
motherfucker?
ripple. Motherfucking ripple. Mango key lime cheesecake. These are looking all really
Key
good.
lime.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
chocolate
know.
mousse
Ugh.
cheesecake.
Key lime, I can't do.
Key lime's good as hell.
I can't do key lime. Virtually every other flavor in the world I can do. I'd rather
Pumpkin
have
pecan cheesecake. Am I getting
banana
Cheesecake Factory
cheesecake.
tonight?
Oh,
You know
Okay.
what?
Yeah, pumpkin
good.
pecan cheesecake sounds delicious.
Maybe
I
we
might do
should
that.
have a team dinner virtually at our local cheesecake factories.
we just prop up an iPad and eat cheesecake. Everyone hates us. We're gonna ruin the ambiance of the Cheesecake Factory.
the telepresence
AirPods
robots. Yeah.
Okay,
I
maybe
love
we
it.
actually have to do this. Not anytime
I'm down.
soon, but in the future.
Me too.
'cause
I'm recently going to Cheesecake Factory.
This
Back
sounds
Australia.
hilarious.
Count me in.
just an IRL Cheesecake Factory stream. Like
Yeah.
Do they have a metaverse? Is there a Cheesecake Factory metaverse?
Sure they do.
That's always the saddest shit. I'll see like a promoted tweet where it's like, "Come join us in the T-Mobile fucking metaverse," and they show just some screenshots of the dumbest looking shit ever. And it's like, show me one person that's excited about checking that out.
Yeah, I mean, they've done things like that, and they'll be like, okay, we're doing our big get together, and 8 people will show up, and these are supposed to be the
Aw.
big ones that have all of the
Walmart,
things
like the
going.
biggest
Yeah.
brands. Yeah.
nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You put Walmart in Fortnite, I'll care.
Oh,
I will.
yes.
I'll find a way
Oh,
to care.
yes.
Oh yeah, I'll line up outside. Sure. All right, gents. This is a very special Giant Bombcast. This is the last one of 2022, and by the time you're listening to this, we're away on a little holiday bricky break. We'll be back to mostly regular programming the following week. But, it's the end of the year. We thought we'd just solicit a bunch of emails from y'all, the Giant Bomb community, and we just read them together. There's also going to be a little bit of a shorter pod. Everyone's just itching to punch their ticket and get the hell out of here. I know I'm ready to just put some stuff in the CMS and just gas brake dip. Y'all boys
Dan,
ready?
Can
Yes.
I just distract the podcast for a second? Because I saw
Absolutely not.
I saw. I'm going to do it anyhow. I saw a Reddit thread about people taking past Game of the Years from Giant Bomb and applying the
I
Eurovision
did see
voting
that,
to it.
yes.
Really?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Super
Okay.
smart.
Yes.
Okay, delicious.
Do you guys want to go through some of these?
I would
A
love
lot
to.
of them were the same, I saw, and a lot of
were
them were like,
exactly.
oh, that
I
makes
bet
more
you
sense to me.
I bet you chicory is not.
Wait,
All right,
So-
let's start
so
there.
how did
Let's
they
start
do
with
it?
Chicory.
I heard you guys did chicory, and what
So
the
they
fuck?
took the staff's top fives, posted to the site, so it's not exactly
okay,
the same,
okay.
right?
Sure.
Because in some of those top fives, some
okay.
of those games probably wouldn't be in the top 20, so it wouldn't be exactly
but
the
it's
same.
pretty damn close,
But
right?
it's pretty much. I mean, for those
yeah.
top three for everyone, all of those probably would have been in the top 20, and those are the
Oh,
ones
man.
where it really points
My
came
my
together.
life has been so much better since I unsubscribed to the Giant Bomb subreddit, but I can't believe you've gotten me to come back to it.
Yes, sorry,
Yeah.
but yes. Listen, I'm here. You don't have to do it. I'm here, so you don't have to.
Thank you, Rob.
Absolutely. So thank you for doing the math. Let me at least scroll up to the user. Just call him out since he did do it. Let's see.
Can we jump right to 2017?
APDLS did it. Thank you so much. Okay, no, let's start with last year. Chicory won.
Okay, I got it, Grub. So if you want to trade off doing the
okay,
stuff.
yes. So for 2021, let's start here at number 10. Chicory, A Colorful Tale. So it flipped completely from number 1 to number
Wow.
10.
Sounds better.
Yes.
That's still generous, but yeah, okay. It's an okay, cute little game. Yeah.
Axiom Verge 2 was number 9. Then
Cool.
Monster Hunter Rise, Marvel's Guardians of the
Ooh.
Galaxy at number 7. Resident Evil Village at 6. Metroid Dread at 5. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart at 4. Then Inscription, Halo Infinite, and Psychonauts 2. Now, I believe these numbers.
Was Returnal not even on there?
No.
Did no one like Returnal?
Returnal's
did.
okay.
I just maybe I forgot about it. I don't know.
Returnal's all right.
okay.
Dan, this is imperfect. This is imperfect.
Except the
Nah,
science
it's
is here now.
unscientific.
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
science is all here now.
Inscription getting up to number 3 apparently wasn't even on the top 10. And
That's really interesting.
Dang.
yeah, let's see. And then Halo Infinite was number 2, still number 2. Psychonauts 2 moved from 3 to 1.
Oh wow.
Oh, right,
Okay.
the way
Psychonauts
like
2 is
we all
awesome.
wanted to do it. I
Yes,
got it.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I would have
Cool.
fought for
Alright, so
Psychonauts too.
You want to pick another year, Jan?
Yeah, let's just go down the line here.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah.
Forget these. Okay. First thing I'll say about this group of emails, we got at least 5 talking about penises.
Sure.
Like,
we need to
bad.
we need to rethink our brand in 2023,
The most
or maybe
wonderful
double
time of
down
the
on
year.
our brand.
well, I mean, hey, we have certain ad sponsors that help,
That's true.
the form
That's true.
and everything. So, hey, we're the brand is strong, is what is the reality
Strong
here.
and hard.
The brand is
throbbing.
dong, apparently. But anyway.
The
Ayo.
brand is throbbing.
Okay, 2020 at 10, Microsoft Flight Simulator. 9,
Was
Astroneer.
not on the list. Yeah.
Not, also not on the list. 8, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. Moving down to 8, it was 7. Final Fantasy 7 Remake coming in at number 7. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Spiritfarer. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Number 3, Astra's Playroom. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, there were 2 number ones. Yeah, I think that had that. So
Number 2, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Staying at number 2 and staying at number 1, Hades.
It's a great top 3. That's a really
Yes,
good top
absolutely.
3.
That's a
It's really
strong- Yeah.
Let's see, what was number 3? Spiritfarer was number 3.
Did Hades
the
win
other-
for you guys that year?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good choice. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. That was right.
Okay.
Animal Crossing jumping to number 6 from 10. Wild.
Yeah.
Also, Astroneer making it on there. I don't
that
even
was big with Vinny and Brad.
I don't even remember them talking about Astroneer when it came to the top 10 though.
That's how it happens sometimes. Seriously,
Yeah.
they'll end up high on somebody's list, but they won't go down to
Weird.
discuss it.
Jason, was this the year where you came in like an assassin and cleaned up?
I think I had a lot of stakes in that list. I think that was the one.
Because Hades
I
and
lucked out.
Yakuza sound like your number near the top of your list. Was it?
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, Hades was my number 1. I'm sure.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, yeah, apparently it has 49 points here, so it means it was a lot of people's number 1. Although not as much as the number 1 for 2019, which
Oh,
let's see.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
look at
Grub.
that, how many points.
Yeah,
Okay, so number 10, Judgment. Number 9, Disco Elysium. Luigi's Mansion 3 at number 8 was not on the
Yes.
list prior
Oh, wow,
to this.
that's
Oh,
interesting.
huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Mortal,
fought for that one.
Mortal Kombat 11. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is actually in the same spot it was on the official list.
Cool.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare moves up to 5 from 8. Apex Legends, Resident Evil 2 at number 3, Control at number 2, and Outer Wilds at number 1. Outer Wilds has 61 points compared to Hades' 49 points from the year before.
Wow. That won both versions, right? The real one and
of
this
course.
one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the only big swings here is probably Resident Evil 2 remake jumping from 5 to 3. Oh, I guess Call of Duty also, because on the list was 8. Mathematically, it's sitting at 5.
Just a little bit the fun fact. So that was for Outer Wilds, 61 points. That is the highest point total for any game on any list. Only one other game's tied with it, and we'll get there. It did not win Game of the Year that year. So there's a little teaser. I think
Was it 2017?
This is crazy how much work
it's actually not. It's
not.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
2018, number 10, Monster Hunter World. Call of Duty Black Ops. Hitman 2. Number 7, Return of the Obra Dinn. Number 6, Marvel's Spider-Man. This is a gross one. Number 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. Why the fuck is this here?
It did move down one instead of the 4.
Okay,
it was
good.
on the official list.
Good.
Yes,
Number 4, Into the Breach. Number 3, Dead Cells. Number 2, Tetris Effect. Number 1, 2018 God of War.
Yep. There were 45 points and 43 points for those. And on the official list, it goes the other way.
You know what?
Yeah,
Tetris
Tetris
God
won
of
that
War.
year.
I feel like this
coin
is
flip for
righted
those
a
two.
lot of wrongs. I mean, I again really don't care.
That's
but,
why Eurovision's the way to go.
you know,
It might be. You know,
I love it.
Dang.
I love it.
2017?
Oh, we actually
Let's do it.
hold
Let's
on
do it.
real quick. 2018.
please.
We actually have a tie at the bottom for
yeah, look
9,
at that.
10,
Hooray.
and 11. It's Call of Duty, Blops 4, Monster Hunter World, and Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. Huh.
That's some bullshit.
Huh.
Monster Hunter World ended up at 9 on the official list. So, like, yeah.
It should have
That's
been
on my
higher.
top 10 that year. Yeah.
Oh, 2017. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, so tied for 10 is Sonic Mania and Dream Daddy. Then we have Neo,
Dream Daddy.
Right.
Pyre. Yeah, Dream Daddy. Night in the Woods at 7.
Oh, this was my
And-
first one. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus at number 6. These are all
that's
basically
cool.
just moving up and down one. Zelda Breath of the Wild is number 5. And then
Fucking what?
Not enough people-
The best game of all time is number 5 of the
Yes,
year?
I remember.
Dan,
I
it's a
fucking,
collective
throw it
list.
in the
I was in a-
trash.
It's a
I was
collective
in a
list.
car traveling, listening to this, and I'm like, not enough people on this staff have like actually played this game at this point. And I remember like Ben like later playing and be like, oh yeah, that actually is the best game of all time. I'm like, motherfucker.
Was I saying that
originally
too? I
2.
assume I was saying that
I
too,
think
right?
you were saying that.
I think so.
I must have been. I'm saying that still.
Yes, you were. I think you were the one saying it though. I can't really remember. Someone could probably correct me.
Was
I cannot
Abby
believe-
high?
oh
I
my
think
God.
Abby was high on Breath of the Wild, right? Or am I
Yeah,
Yeah,
misremembering?
that was
Yeah.
her Dream Daddy year. That's what she cared about Dream Daddy, right? I don't remember the
Oh, yeah,
details of
she
this.
Yes.
I don't remember the details of this, but that's what I kind of vaguely remember. Okay,
No,
number
no,
4.
she played Breath of the
Cuphead.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, but it was like not. She wasn't as passionate about it as you
Sure.
were.
Sure.
4 is Cuphead. 3 is Players Unknown Battlegrounds. So that's PUBG at
fuck?
number 3 instead of number 1, which was on the official list.
It was still 2 above the best game of all time. So anyway, go on.
Nier Automata at number 2, and
Okay.
number 1, Super Mario Odyssey, which probably was the right answer for that year,
yeah.
based
I
on
think
what the
I'll
conversation in
accept
that room.
Odyssey.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the number 2, but I'll accept Odyssey as number 1. Yeah.
Odyssey had 54 points. So,
Dang.
again, far ahead of God of War's 45 from the year later.
It was number 4 that year.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah, number 4. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but you know, to relitigate the past like this, you know, it's,
Sure. But then that's you know,
This is a
it didn't matter
fun
then. It doesn't matter
experiment,
now.
sure.
It's just fun to be like, man, this does.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, 2016
It's
is
a better way. It's a better
2016 is interesting. Okay. A tie for number 10. We have Overcooked, Salt and Sanctuary, and Thumper.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Number
I bet that was all Alex.
Salt and Sanctuary was a Jason game, right?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
No, I mean
remember that,
Thumper.
yeah.
I bet
Thumper got
was all
Thumper had
Alex.
10 points. They all these have 10 points. That means that at least 2 people had to vote for him.
Who
at some
is-
point in their top 5?
This is more interesting.
No, I guess one person could give it like number 2. Excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Number 9, Titanfall 2. Originally, it was number
What?
5.
How is that not higher?
That's
game a lot.
Stardew Valley jumping up to number 8. It was at 10.
So good.
I think I had to fight tooth and nail to get that at number 10. Yeah.
Weird.
That was my
Why
number
would
1.
Stardew Valley? Oh man. Okay. Inside at number 7, which is where it was on the official list. Picross 3D at number 6.
Oh, that rules.
Yeah,
Man, what a good game.
Oh,
Yep.
I feel like this should be higher. Super Hot at number 5.
Was number 6 on the official list.
The Witness at number 4, which it was on the original list. Overwatch is number 3, and it was number 3 on the official list. We have a swapsies here at the tippy top. Hitman at number 2, and Doom 2016 at number 1. And those two
55 points
swapping
for Doom.
places.
Yeah, 55 for Doom, 48 points for Hitman. That's the one where you could see it though, right? Because Hitman was such a big thing for Giant Bomb that year.
Yeah.
It's a huge, zeitgeist. Yeah.
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 2015, we have a tie at number 10 for Kerbal Space Program and Undertale. Yeah, so it's
Sorry, I snuck ahead.
Yeah, I know exactly. This is the one.
God.
Ori and the Blind Forest, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Invisible Ink at number 7. All 12 points of those coming from Austin Walker.
Austin, yeah.
Life is Strange at number 6. Axiom Verge at number 5.
Nice.
Then Splatoon, Rocket League, which is number 3 on both lists. Then number 2 on this list and Game of the Year on the official list, Super Mario Maker. And number 1, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, with 61 points, tied for the highest most points ever.
Guys, I've been replaying this game.
It's a
Phantom Pain?
Phantom Pain.
It's still really good.
It's still really good, Dan.
Yeah,
it's still really
Back
good.
to it.
It's real good.
Fucking Mario Maker. God
I
damn it.
think it's like maybe 3
singular
under Breath of the
experience.
Wild. If we're just talking grander game rankings, I
I
think
can
it's
see
like
that.
3 spots
Phantom
under.
Pain?
Yeah.
In terms of just mechanics and playing it, it's like they're doing the same thing. And
I want to play it on PC now with like mods and stuff.
Oh,
So
damn,
I'm
it
so-
plays
it's also
great.
really good on Steam Deck.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Oh,
Yes, really
fuck.
good.
It was like
God damn it, I'm like 12 hours into an Elden Ring replay through. Now I'm going to go back to another giant fucking open world game.
it was like $4.99 the other day on Steam. So that thing goes on sale all the time.
What did because I love both of those, and I remember it was just, a couple of us that were big on Mario Maker.
I
Let me
think you
see.
had Super Mario Maker as your game of the year because of that stuff with Klepic.
I mean, I would assume. What year was that? 2015?
2016. Or 2015, you're right,
Yeah.
my bad. Yep, 15.
Gerson
worries.
was pushing hard for Mario Maker.
He was, and I
Yeah.
remember I wasn't fighting him much because I loved it so much. I'm just trying to see what I actually
Right.
put. I put number 1
has-
Mario Maker, number 2 Phantom Pain, number 3 Rocket League.
Whoa,
so-
dang. All right.
Yeah.
All right, 2014, tied at the bottom here. We have PT, Fates Forever, and The Fall. At number 8, we have 8 and 7 and 6. Another tie.
Look at that.
We have Wolfenstein New Order, Destiny, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Number 5, we have Jazz Punk. Do I have to try out Jazz Punk?
I remember
Jazz
that.
Punk's
Okay,
fantastic.
right?
It was kind of a weird novelty back then. It was a good weird novelty.
It's like a one of the really, really good walking simulators because it does so much fun stuff to you.
Okay.
You could play Jazz Punk right now and have a great time.
All right.
This
all
was
right.
a weird year. I remember there weren't a lot of.
This
Oh,
was the
yeah.
off year.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like,
The
it's like
Mordor
this year
year?
a little bit.
This
Yep.
is the Mordor
Okay.
year. All right.
Yep.
4, South Park Stick of Truth. Number 3, Far Cry 4. Number 2, Bayonetta 2. And number 1, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
That's pretty close to how it shook out because I remember Mordor
Yeah.
beat Bayonetta 2. And I do think in retrospect, I do feel like Bayonetta 2 I think about more than I think about Shadow Mordor. But I was
totally.
really into Mordor back then. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. It was good. It was the most solid of the bunch, I think, and that's
Sure.
where everybody kind of ended up. It's just like
yeah.
that got a shoe in
Yep.
for whatever reason.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Look at Destiny down at 7. It's like, man,
Well, it was kind of
Destiny
fucked at the
probably is
beginning.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That was always
Mm-hmm.
the issue. 2013 is 10 is Papers, Please, tied with Dota 2 and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Let's see. Number 7 is Rogue Legacy. Number 6, Super Mario 3D World. Then Gone Home, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. 3 is Bioshock Infinite. Number 2, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And number 1 is The Last of Us. Link Between Worlds is actually number 1 on most of these lists.
I agree. Yeah. Link Between Worlds. Yeah.
Yes.
One of the best.
Damn.
Others is really
Very
good.
God, so good.
A lot
Okay.
of good ones on that list.
20.
Yeah, that was pretty much the list as it was written, by the way. Just Gone Home and Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons flipped.
Going to 2012 here at number 10, or another tie at the bottom between Zombie U, Syndicate, and Sleeping Dogs. Zombie U.
Syndicate.
Sleepy dogs.
Forza Horizon at number 8. Far Cry 3 at 7. Journey at 6. Hotline Miami climbing the ranks out of nowhere at number 5.
Wasn't on the actual list.
Mass Effect 3 also climbing up, originally number 8, now number 4. Mark of the Ninja at 3.
Hell yeah.
3? Wow.
2D?
That's a
Was
great
that
game.
2D?
Yeah, by
Yes.
Clay. Yeah.
Clay,
Clay
yeah.
game. Ooh, good game.
The Walking Dead at number 2, and it was number 2 that year. And then XCOM Enemy Unknown at number 1, just like it was on the official list.
Yep.
Nice.
Good.
And then the first year, 2011. Number 10 and number 9 and number 8 all tied. It's Dead Island, Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP. Man, I forgot about that game.
Yeah.
Trackmania 2 Canyon. Excuse me. And then let's see, going up to 7, Catherine.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right.
Catherine.
Wow.
Catherine,
know that.
actually, so all those 4 were not on the actual top 10. Catherine, Dead
Catherine's
Island,
like that
Sword and
Q*bert
Sorcery,
game,
Trackmania
right?
2.
Yeah.
It was an
a-
anime horny game.
Anime Horny
Q*bert.
Q*bert.
There's a little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Then number 6 is Batman Arkham City. LA Noire, Portal 2, Portal 2 4 on both lists. Bastion is number 3 on both lists.
Cool.
Then number 2, which was Game of the Year on the official list, The Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, and then number 1, Saints Row the Third, which was number 2 on the official list. And
That's
And
all right.
definitely-
Yes.
That's interesting.
definitely remember that one.
You know, I think I might agree with that one. I might agree with
In
that one.
retrospect, Saints or Skyrim?
Time's a hell of a thing. I mean,
Yep.
I'd probably go with Saints.
I had
Yeah.
more fun with Saints.
It is. This one is another coin flip. It's pretty close in the voting too, 43 to 34. Yeah.
That was 2011?
2011.
2011.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think I did my top 10 for the site back then. Let me see what if I put Saints or here we go. 20 I can't find it. Shit. I bet I put Saints above that. I did love Skyrim though.
Yeah, I mean, and over time, Skyrim's just grown so much. I'm like, yeah, either way. Honestly,
Yeah.
either of those games I'm really happy with. Yeah, cool. Thanks for bearing with me on that, guys. That was fun.
No, that was really cool. Actually,
lot of
Yeah,
work.
fun little trip.
Interesting.
Yeah, and yeah. Shout out to doing all that work, APDLS.
Well, you know what? I think we actually should take a quick break after that.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back after this Fade to Black. Say goodbye to last year's outdated, disorganized methods of managing your money and say hello to Rocket Money, the better way to hack your finances in 2023. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Yo, over 80% of people have subscriptions they totally forget about that they even have, whether it's a streaming service or a free trial that isn't free anymore. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify all of your subscriptions for you so you can easily stop paying for the ones you don't want. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as a click of a button. You find the subscription you don't want and hit cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or the tedium of emailing back and forth. Over 3 million people have used Rocket Money, y'all, saving the average person up to $720 a year. Y'all, I actually had a baby's handful of subscriptions I didn't even know I was paying for until I fired up Rocket Money. That random $5.99 a month adds up, especially when it's been going on for a good 2+ years. Stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/bomb. That's rocketmoney.com/bomb. rocketmoney.com/bomb. And welcome back, everybody. Wow, that was some hot math, wasn't it, Jeff Baclar, as our math resident expert, expert resident mather?
Turns out math is kind of sexy.
It's insane that I am somehow inexplicably like the math person.
You're the numbers guy.
Do you
They
think
got
it's-
numbers in hockey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
There
think
you
it's
go.
racist, Bacalar? Do you think we're saying it because you're Jewish? So you think it's you're being pinned down? I didn't mean to do it while you were drinking. I'm sorry.
Trying
I'm
to get a
sorry.
spit take.
That was the closest I've ever come to ruining a keyboard with beer,
Sorry, Bacalar.
which would have been the biggest tragedy. Not
For audio listeners, that wasn't a spit take. Jeff Bacalar was filled with rage and was about to pour his beer over his keyboard. That's what actually was
Omega
happening.
Rage. That's I look. You're not the first person to think I'm just inherently good with numbers, Grub. So,
If it came down to asking any of us four to handle strict numbers, would you feel, in all honesty here, Bacalar, would you feel super duper comfortable asking the four of us for number advice?
Please don't. Please
I
don't.
mean-
I'm not bad. I'm not bad.
You don't have to be nice.
look, if I had to
awful.
spell something, Dan, you're my guy. Okay,
Sure, of course, yes.
it's like the most useless superpower.
Hey, you try writing 600 reviews with a pirated version of Word that doesn't have spell check. It comes
Wait,
in real
what?
useful.
How did your version of
Throughout
Word-
college, I pirated Word that didn't have spell check, and so like literally
That's
600
terrible.
reviews
Pirating
never
works.
had a spell check.
That's not. They're like, oh, we can only crack this if we take out spell check.
I don't know what
even
happened, but it did
pirated
not work.
Word.
I got no squiggly underlines, none of that shit.
Yeah, who pirates Word? I don't know.
I was a
did. I
college
thought
student. I didn't have any money.
I thought it
But
worked.
like Word,
You get
like WordPad is
education
good.
discounts and stuff. Jesus.
I don't know if you had it back then. This was like the early
Okay.
70s. Yeah.
I'm not sure. This
Early
checks
70s.
out.
Right. Yeah.
Now you're
yeah.
aging yourself now. Let's, okay.
Pretty good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
How do we feel about reading a couple emails?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. The email address to send the emails to is bombcast@giantbomb.com. We got a lot of lovely emails, a lot of them just talking about peens. Just dudes.
That's so lovely.
Bunch of
Yeah.
peeps.
Just dudes and their peefs and their schmeat, as one of our emailers wrote in. First email comes from, I didn't write who it's from. They write, "Hi Bombcast. I was warning Grub and Dan off of Advent Rising earlier today, and now it got me thinking. I don't think Advent Rising is the worst game I've ever played. At its best, it's just kind of bland, and at its worst, it just crashes on you constantly and barely works. But I think I've played worse. Then I realized I don't even know how I would make the comparison. How do you compare terrible games to each other? P.S. I played the demo for Balan Wonderworld and thought it was kind of pleasant, so trust me when
Oh
I
my
say
God.
I
Jesus.
somewhat know pain."
Well, there's
It's
different
not
types of terrible. Like there's the stuff where it's like you can download like some random $2 game off Steam you've never heard of, and it just barely even functions as a game.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
one
Right.
type of like, okay, this isn't even really a game. Then there's stuff that is like objectively really well made that you don't like and you think is bad. Like for instance, I would probably say like Red Dead 2. Objectively, that's experts at their craft who are making that game and everything. I just thought it was bad, you know?
Sure.
And then you got stuff that's just boring, you know? Balan Wonderworld is like not broken. But that doesn't fit into like the $2 trash or
Balan
AAA. I don't like.
but Balan Wonderworld is
middle
like
ground.
in between broken and not broken because it's that one button game where you can only jump no matter what button you're pressing because they were obviously making it for mobile and then they're like, well, let's move it to consoles and not really think about it that much and then also still charge $60. So,
But even
Yeah.
something like that is like got some entertainment value in that it's so weird and like,
Yes.
kind of funny. Like it is something worth checking out. Just like there's some value in streaming that or playing it or something just because it's so fucking out there. you
Right.
know?
Like a Deadly Premonition could be
Yes.
like this it plays terribly, but it's a fun game.
yes.
And even
Totally.
even fun is like in quotation marks at that point. It's just like
Right.
I just have to see how this ends.
There's some redeeming qualities about that. I'm always reminded of like Ride to Hell Retribution, which was inherently like probably a pretty broken game, but there were such like campy and fucking cheesy things that were going on. It elevated it.
I gave that game a 2 out of 10 in my review and have played the entire game. No, I played through it once, all the way through. I watched him at your place play through, Jason, all the way through. And then I started another stream of it and played it about halfway through just like this year. So it's like a 2 out of 10 game that I've seen almost 3 times in totality.
Seriously, those are my
It-
favorite kind of terrible games.
Yes.
it is difficult to compare these things because they're all inherently different. They're all bad in their own special way. It's kind of what makes video games fun. And even as I'm like playing Bubsy 3, I'm like, I hate it, but I'm like, I could definitely find games that I would probably hate playing even more than this. And
Sure.
the magic is in like finding a way to still make it entertaining to you, even if it is truly miserable, and that's always a fun challenge too. And you know,
Yeah.
we did it with Bubsy.
Also, I think everyone should just embrace their inner garbage person. You know, just become that gremlin once in a
play
while.
more Gremlin games. Absolutely.
Yes.
Gremlins 2 for NES isn't bad.
That's right. Exactly.
Good music.
I don't want to say that I'm going to check that out, but I think I might check that out. Oh God.
Pretty good.
It's a Christmas game. Right?
I hope it
I got a Gremlins 2 poster framed in my bathroom above my toilet.
It really
that's where it belongs.
bowels.
That's where it belongs. Next email comes from Ben from Appleton. Hey, Bombcast. With the holidays, Appleton, Wisconsin. Hey, Bombcast. With the holidays approaching, what is your favorite memory of a game or console you got as a present growing up? A memory that comes to mind is when my parents got me a Game Boy Advance, my first game system, by putting its box inside a series of boxes of increasing size, filling each one with books, so the final wrap present was a box almost as big as I was at the time. Happy holidays, Ben from Appleton, Wisconsin. P.S. Sorry, I'm not Ben Kissel from the last podcast on the left.
Okay.
Thank you for your apology.
Thank
I
you.
got 2 answers to this. First one's real quick. Super Nintendo, got it for Christmas, and I had Mario World and Link to the Past. It's like, okay, well, those are like 2 of my favorite games of all time, so it's not going to beat that. And the other one is for game. Apologies if you've heard this. It's not super long. I wanted Twisted Metal 2 worse than anything for Christmas in 97 or maybe late 96. And it's all I wanted for Christmas was Twisted Metal 2. Love the first one. I found the receipt. I was looking for something by the phone, one thing, and I saw the receipt from Funkoland that said Twisted Metal 2, and I was like, fuck yes, I got it. Awesome. I know I'm getting it for Christmas. Sitting there Christmas morning, opening presents, my mom, sisters, and stepdad and stuff, and it comes down to the last present, and it's in a big box. And my mom had done the like Russian nesting doll thing several times before, and I was like, okay, well, this is Twisted Metal 2. She's just doing the gimmick, you know? And so I started looking at her and be like, oh, I wonder what this is. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. Do you know what it is? And I started opening it, and it's in a VCR box. And I was like, oh, thanks for the VCR, Mom. Can't wait to use this VCR all the time.
Kid alive. Oh,
and
man.
then, because I didn't think it was a VCR. I thought it was Twisted Metal 2, and I was being super sarcastic. And then she was like, she turned to my stepdad, and she's like, what is this fucker doing? Like, something like that.
Nice.
And then I opened it up, and it actually was a VCR. And she's like, well, I had one more for you. It's behind the couch, but I don't even want to give it to you now because you're being a little shit about the VCR.
Nice.
And she had Twisted Metal 2 wrapped behind the couch, and so it seemed like I was just shitting on this VCR that she got me, which is a nice VCR. I used it all the time, but I thought it wasn't a VCR.
And that was the first time that Dan had to over-explain himself and why he was acting the way he was acting.
Here's why I'm being shitty. Mom, listen.
Grub, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Jan.
No.
I'm still okay. I was I got my NES for my 5th birthday. It was they did an Over the Rainbow thing which meant like, oh, you're gonna go on a scavenger hunt and find all this stuff, and eventually there'll be a rainbow, which was just a half of a hula hoop, like broken and like set up above the bathtub, and then the NES was in there, and then we played that all night, and that was fantastic. And then like I'm trying to remember, like when did I get I think I got my N64 the day it came out, so that wasn't like a holiday.
September 30th, 1996.
Yes, I think like we went to Toys R Us and just went there and got it, which was incredible. They had never done anything like that before. I'm like, what is happening? I think I found it later, like, oh, we're moving to Ohio, so like that was like them apologizing in advance. So it's like, all right, N64 in Ohio, I guess I'll take it. Yeah, exactly. But then, you know, it was, I remember getting Project Vice for the NES long after the Super Nintendo had come out from a friend for a birthday as well. And for some reason that always stuck with me, where like, I don't remember all the other awesome stuff I would get during these holidays, but as a kid, like that really stuck out. Like someone gave me an NES game in like 95 or something like that. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. This is fine. I never actually ended up playing it until it came out to the Nintendo Switch Online, and now it's actually a pretty good game.
Hell yeah. I remember, I think it was for a birthday. Don't remember which one, but my uncle and his girlfriend got me a PS1, not knowing that you have to also buy games with it. Because y'all remember when like they would sell consoles and how there'd be a bunch of pictures of other games on the back of the console.
Yeah.
Like a grid.
The grid. I missed the grid. And the arcade game, the grid. They assumed that because there were so many pictures of games that all of those were included. No. And then like I opened the box, super duper excited, super duper appreciative, and then my uncle was like, all right, what are you going to play, man? And I'm like, yeah, what am I going to play?
Oh, no,
and then he felt really bad. And then for the rest of the day, we just wound up listening to CDs because you could use it as a CD player.
Yeah, buddy.
Best
There
CD
we go.
player.
Bacalar, Jason, any stories?
I definitely remember getting Genesis one year for Hanukkah, and that was like an incredible moment of just like the Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it was the first, because eventually they bundled 2 in with it. I want to say at some point.
Yep.
I can't
Maybe
remember.
Altered Beast might have got thrown in at some point.
I think
Of
I think it
course,
went
yeah.
Altered Beast, then Sonic 1,
Right.
and then
Pat Riley
eventually Sonic
basketball, because I had Pat Riley basketball for some reason, and I can't imagine I asked for that.
2. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
That I'm not sure
Big
about. but-
Pat Riley fan. Young Dan right?
yeah, huge Miami
Slick
Heat.
back hair.
And
The original dirtbag coach.
the original piece of shit.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Man, I remember, in that not for resale sticker, that red not for resale sticker being all over the place. But that, that was like a good childhood sort of moment in a more contemporary era, which I guess, it's 20 years ago. It's not so contemporary anymore. I was in college freshman year in 2000, and like an idiot, like just a naive idiot kid from New Jersey, I was like, yo, I'm going to bring my PS2 that I pre-ordered, a year in advance, that they were in such high demand and low stock. Remember how hard it was to get a PS2?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think anything's come close to as hard as it. I mean, maybe the PS5s, maybe
PS5
that,
and Series X early on.
Yeah.
right?
But
this was
maybe?
The Wii.
Yeah.
was rough. I was able to get
Either
a few
way,
of those. Yeah.
They were all very
freshman
difficult.
year,
Yeah.
I'm such a fucking idiot. I had like 4 roommates. No one ever locked the door.
Oh no!
People coming and going all the time, and I'm just like, I'm gonna leave a PS2 on a shelf in a dorm room. That'll be fine.
I did the
Look,
same
you
thing with
live,
my
you
Wii.
learn, right?
Yep.
That shit was gone in a weekend. Like someone just fucking pilfered it, and I remember just like, I was like so pissed. It was less. Yeah, it was good. What was it, $2.99 back then? That's a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was bummed about that. I was more bummed about like the trust and the emotional
course.
damage that could do to a freshman in college. But it was around the holidays, and I was home for what I guess was winter break, and I was on a mission. I was like, I'm going to defy the odds. I'm going to drive around New Jersey, and I'm gonna find a PS2. And there weren't really smartphones, so you couldn't track, like there was no way. You basically had to like make a plan before you left the house.
Yeah.
And I remember just going
You got your
through
MapQuest printed out.
MapQuest
Totally,
stuff,
right? Like,
Yeah.
I remember being in my childhood room on a message board where people were talking about Toys R Us's in the tri-state area, and there was this one guy, his name was, I'll never forget, it was
Toys R Us
Finkel.
Tommy.
It was Finkel
Jeffrey
__
Giraffe.
dude.
Finkel.
Finkel dude knew apparently a bunch of Toys R Us managers. He was some sort of person.
Sorry.
He was some sort of Toys R Us person, manager, whatever it was.
Guru.
And I'm, replying. I'm telling the sob story of my thing. I get like a DM from him, and he goes, "You got to go to Eatontown, New Jersey." And he was like, "Store 358." That fucking mattered. But he was right. And he's like, they'll have them tonight. And I'm like, really? What?
Wow.
I had nothing to go on. I'm like, all right, whatever. This is my best lead. This is my best, So I drive down there. It's only 20 minutes from my house. I get there, and it's packed because it's like, hot shopping season. It's a disaster area. I finally find like a manager guy, and I'm like, I heard you have PS2s. And the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I talked to this. I was like, I talked to this dude, Finkel dude. I was on an internet forum.
Mr. Finkel dude.
I was on an internet forum. He told me you guys had them. He said, go to Eatontown store tonight at 9:00. They'll have them. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. So I'm just, he walks away. And I'm just sort of like, what am I doing? Because it's at that point of rejection where you're sort of just like, what am I doing with my life? You're like, you're 18. you're at a Toys R Us on a Friday night at 9 p.m., sort of like contemplating whatever. 30 seconds later, a different manager comes out with a big brown box. And he goes, "You looking for a PS2?" I was like, "Yes." He cracks open the box, and there's 3 of those beautiful blue boxes.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm shaking. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, is this Finkel dude? Did Finkel dude just do something right now? What's going on? And sure enough, I bought a brand new PS2, and I had
Finkel
all my
dude
games.
got his wings and went to heaven.
Yes, I had all my games because all my whoever stole my PS2 didn't take the games.
What an idiot.
They just listened to CDs, yeah.
I guess so.
They didn't want
So I
time
was ready to
splitters and
do, like,
SSX and
a time
Tekken Tag
splitter
tournament.
DVD
tricky.
player, yeah.
There was an NHL
Oh,
game.
it wasn't Tricky. It was the first SSX.
Oh, was okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Tricky was the second one. Yeah.
And man,
Tekken
that
Tag.
Yeah.
What else? There's like Madden at launch, I think.
and
There
what
was
a glorious
Street Fighter as well.
Fantavision. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Fantavision, Jesus.
My Wii got stolen. I gave up on trying to get another one. My wife went out one Black Friday and got us one, which was my girlfriend at
great.
the time. I'm like, wow, this is great. So yeah, that's the Wii we still have.
There's nothing better than like knowing that you get it right there, and then the rest of your break is just a beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Oh, what a moment that was!
getting a review code on a Friday. Yeah,
Yeah.
on a Friday night, nothing bad could happen.
Jason, any stories of consoles on Christmas or games on a
I
holiday?
got a Game Boy once on a Christmas. I can't
Yeah.
beat Bacalaur's story. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
A Game
I don't
Boy on
know.
Christmas.
what
That's,
game did you only get
Finkel
Tetris or
dude?
did you get another
Of course.
game?
Yeah, I just got Tetris. That
I
was
got
it. That's all I
Hanyako
needed.
Alien, which I learned was apparently a very popular arcade game in Japan.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
just like
Never heard of
burying
it.
weird aliens in holes. That's the whole game. And it's actually
Okay.
kind of fun. Yeah.
That sounds
I
good.
got Tetris for Game Boy and never owned another Game Boy game ever.
Really?
Really? That's
I never
What?
asked for it because I hated the screen so much, and
Oh,
I
you were
could never
Sushi
get
X.
batteries. Like batteries
Yeah.
were too expensive, so it's like I'm never gonna play this thing. So I just had Tetris.
interesting.
weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Played
right.
the fuck out of my Game Boy. God damn.
Yeah, same. Like all that I ever asked for Christmas afterwards were just batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hell
the Game
yeah.
Boy games are cheaper, so you can get more games. So I was like, yeah,
Sure.
let's do this. Yeah.
We got my dad a Game Boy for Father's Day one year.
Oh,
And he like
cool.
looked at us and he's like, I don't fucking want this. And
Oh,
we
man.
took it. And then we took it and we played it.
Yeah.
It was
Great
ours.
maneuver.
Nice
Great
move,
maneuver. Yeah.
What a
Hell
twist. What a twist.
You drank
Oh.
his milkshake. Yeah.
Traded
I
it.
think that's what that means.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
For us.
Next one comes from Brian from Columbus, Ohio. Happy holidays, Bomb Blasters. What do you pick up for a gift for people when you just don't know what else to get them? I struggled so long with my parents and some friends because I just didn't know what to get them. Anything that's a fallback last minute gift idea? Thanks, Brian from Columbus, Ohio.
Tough.
You go on
Really can be.
bangagood.com, which is like an AliExpress sort of thing, and you just find like the cheapest little quadcopters or little device that they're selling for like $7 for like 15 of them, and you just get random stuff because it's like, yeah, there's some weird little things someone's making in China. And yeah,
But for like
go-
kids, right? It's
Yeah.
like I think it's harder with
kids-
adults. They usually have their own income and like they buy whatever they want. You know?
Yeah, but it's like you get them like the random shit that they would even like see in the
Sure.
the sharper image catalog on the airplane or whatever. So yeah, you got to really be creative. But I don't know. It's like they're just gonna throw it away in a few weeks anyhow. But so you might as well have some fun for like a day or two. That's kind of how I look at it.
I think I've had a lot of success doing Gold Belly. I think
oh, that's smart.
that stuff is just fun in a way where people get excited about like, oh, I'm gonna try a thing I've never eaten from a place across the country. And it's expensive and it's definitely not, it is not worth it. Just straight up not worth it. But
Sounds like bad advice.
no, but like someone, you know, I love lobster tails. I'm sorry, Jason. I love that stuff.
all
I
right,
love
yeah.
I love lobster rolls. And like someone once sent me a Gold Belly, and I was like, I'm gonna get the best main ass lobster roll I can possibly do. And it's fun. I mean, like I said, it's too much money, but it's a thing that like someone's gonna use, and they're gonna get a kick out of choosing what they want. So I think in that regard, it's worth it. So that's my suggestion.
There you go.
Well, that's good suggestions. Candles I find to be safe.
Safe. Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Because sometimes either you will get alcohol or you'll give someone alcohol and you'll just feel like, oh, I don't really drink this. and then it just winds up sitting on a shelf for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
All right. We got a bunch of emails, and some of these we might actually save for a proper giant bombcast. But let's read another one. Might be a little bit of a downer, but still ends on a positive light nonetheless.
Yeah, Christmas is melancholy, right? Sometimes we can do a couple of those.
Yeah. And then after we come back from the break, we'll talk about some 2023 games that we're excited about. But the last email comes from Adam from Winterpeg. Winterpeg a real place? Or do they mean Winnipeg?
I think they mean Winnipeg.
Probably Winnipeg, yeah.
Okay. Hey, Bomb Crew, while a lot of people are aware of it, it is easy to forget that this can be a tough time of year for many people. I myself lost my mother and eldest sister in the last 2 holiday seasons. No family deaths so far this year. So I was hoping you would join me in sharing any quick little pick-me-ups that you have. For instance, there's a YouTube channel that I follow that is run by a couple who have 2 pet river otters named Kotaro and Hannah. If I'm feeling down or just a little bit out of it, I pull up a random video, and by the time that the video is over, I always feel better, even if it's just for a little bit. You guys have any quick, simple things that you can do that you'd like to share? Thanks so much for the blood, sweat, and tears you put into making this website and community what it is. I really hope for everyone's sake that you don't get sold again. Love and hugs. Adam from Winterpeg?
Winterpeg?
Thanks, Adam.
Really hope you don't get sold again.
I in the last few years have gotten really into like Lego stuff, especially like they put out a lot of good Nintendo stuff. It was that NES set that got me into it, and like I spend so much of my day looking at. Yeah, it's awesome. I spend so much of my day looking at screens. Whether I'm playing something or on something or whatever, or podcasting. That every once in a while we got like a table in the den that I just use for Lego stuff. And at any point, I like to have just like, hey, the next bag set out, ready to go in case I just have like 15 minutes, I can sit down and just like, all right, I just finished the Lego Bowser yesterday, and that thing's awesome. And so it's just like having this thing that like maybe it's just 10, 15 minutes at a time. It's pretty rare that I sit down for like 2 hours and really put something together. But it's just something that like, okay, this is a nice relaxing break from screens and stuff like this, and I just feel, focused, and it feels healthy, after all the screen stuff I have to do every day. So yeah, I'd say a fun Lego set.
Anyone else have any quick little things they do?
I don't know. I just like try to go outside first thing in the morning and go for like walks and stuff, and try to like get some sunshine on my face and on my eyes, and I'll listen to some podcasts or whatever, things that don't have anything to do with like my core job. So like no video game podcasts or like books on tape or something like that. And that always gets me off to the right foot usually. If I skip that, I usually feel worse. So I think that's a good pick you up.
Sounds good. I need suggestions because I'm a sad boy, Jason.
Don't worry, Jason. We got you. We can
right.
we'll get you to 2023.
Let's all start Tai Chi. Let's all do some Tai Chi. I got a Tai Chi guy on TikTok.
Really cool. All right.
He taught me like walking on your heels first thing in the morning, like just doing that for like 5-10 minutes. Like I'm like, ooh, that does feel good. It gets like my
probably doesn't look that cool, but
no, my wife is not a fan of it. No, she thinks I look very silly, so I do it even more around her.
You're walking around your house just on your heels for 10
just on my heels for like 5-10 minutes in the morning.
Because then you're stretching your calves and everything.
Yes, and it goes all the way up through my butt cheeks and stuff. My lower back feels activated. Yeah, and so then I sit down in the chair and I'm like, ooh, I'm like sitting up straighter and stuff, and it lasts for quite a while. So, and that's like from a Tai Chi guy, and he's like got all these other Tai Chi things. I'm like, I think I might do some fucking Tai Chi.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest the thing I do to make myself feel better is I just stretch for a little bit.
Yeah,
ooh, that's real. Like if you can work stretching into your daily routine, you are ahead of the game.
Yeah, like I think
I have to. Otherwise, I get completely fucking bound up. Jesus Christ.
We'll come up with a routine, and then just like Japanese salarymen, we'll start every day. We're gonna stream this out. We're not actually gonna stream this out. Okay. Just all of us doing our stretches at our local cheesecake factory, just reaching up to the moon and everything. To piggyback real quick off of the standing on your heels, if you're just standing up for a little bit, just do some like calf raises. So like just raising yourself up on your toes for just in increments, like every other second, just like popping up. And it'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel like you're standing up straighter.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll never forget the advice a buddy of mine gave me once. He's like a PT what's like the highest level you can achieve in the world of PT? I don't know, but that's what he is.
Hideo Kojima?
Physical therapy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's a physical therapy master. Basically, he said to me one day, he was like, "Look, everyone has back problems. You're guaranteed in life to get back problems.
Sure.
But if you do planks for 5 minutes every day, you will be ahead of 90% of the population.
We talking
5
like
minutes
elbows
in one
or
plank?
like
Because that's a lot.
Whatever you can afford, whatever you can
Okay.
handle. Like I can hold a plank for maybe 5 minutes is probably the longest I could probably do it.
What about-
do you
what
do this
about-
regularly? Because if you don't, there's no way you're doing 5 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I can do it like 3 times.
You got a
week.
camera? Get back there.
Yeah, we can do this podcast while you do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can keep talking.
Yeah, we got to take a
5-minute
break
flight.
anyway.
I'm calling
Let's
you
just-
out on this. I don't think you
Did
can.
he say anything about
Absolutely.
Supermaning that hoe? Because that's some good exercise.
Yeah,
right there.
absolutely.
If you got to rock back and forth on your toes to like make it better, like go for it. If you got to do it with your knees instead of doing the real plank,
Oh, sure.
that's fine too. But do it that way. Like that to me, getting that core. Once that core is in better shape, I feel like a lot of the other ailments are not so impactful.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think there's a reason why DDP yoga winds up working for so many wrestlers is because they just don't stretch.
That's typically was not part of the what do you call it? The syllabus? Is that the word for it? Part of the routine back in the day.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh,
Now
yeah,
so
yeah.
more so, but yeah.
Yeah. A lot of tight bodies that were too muscular that did not move well
Yes.
at all.
Yes. Yeah, you'd see it sometimes when like Batista would do like a Batista bomb, and his just body doesn't just bend in ways that a normal body would. He just falls backwards weird,
Yeah, I love Dave Bautista.
It's great.
Actually, you know what? As a quick palate cleanser, and Adam, thank you for that email. We actually have a wrestling related email from someone named Vince. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know if
he's
this
got
is
some time on his hands.
Conspiracy,
So.
I don't know if this is Vinnie Mac himself, but with The Rock rapidly burning away his goodwill in the acting world by being a huge dork on the Fast and Furious set and the Black Adam fiasco, who is your wrestler you'd like to see it hit big in movies like Cena and Bautista have? I want to see Bianca Belair suddenly turn out to have an amazing dramatic chops. Vince.
I mean,
would
look,
actually be
Even I can
amazing.
answer this.
that's extremely believable with Bianca Belair because like name something she's not good at.
That's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
can see
for
that.
real.
Yes.
Jesus,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, Dan, now that you've seen Wet Hot American Summer, you realize that Orange Cassidy's entire bit is Andy from Wet
Yeah,
Hot.
Paul Rudd's character. Yeah, absolutely. I knew that before I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Like people would hold up
Very good.
signs with
Yeah.
timestamps of the movie, being like "Wet Hot American Summer," 1 hour, or whatever, and it would just be like straight up Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got it. Yeah, I would like to see. I think he would be a cool actor, maybe.
Cassidy.
I don't know.
Cassidy?
I like that.
And then I also like the Darby guy. I think he would be a cool
Darby Allin.
Like
Oh,
he'd be a good
Jesus.
villain, like a crazy villain in a
CSI episode. Yeah.
Be a good angsty
exactly
teen.
an
Yeah.
Enemy of the State too.
There is a CSI or a Law and Order, whatever one of those, where Goldberg is on crack and destroys a police station. That exists.
That makes sense.
Like a
You
loose
got an Emmy
bear.
for that, I think.
There was
yeah.
on meth, maybe Goldberg on meth. I think. Yeah.
PCP, maybe.
I'd like to see more Becky Lynch acting. I
that'd
saw
be
some
cool.
clips of her being Cyndi Lauper on Young Rock, and it was pretty entertaining. And I know she's dabbled in a couple little, like, The Marine, or like a quick thing on Billions or something. But like, Becky's very good. I'd like to see her in more stuff.
Okay.
I want The Miz to be as famous as he plays in.
That ruins the joke. That ruins the joke. The joke is that he's in movies no one sees, but he thinks he's the biggest star in Hollywood.
I know, but I want him to actually be the biggest star in Hollywood.
He-
He's too much fun.
He has to be Johnny Cage eventually, right? He just
Yeah, really
has
should.
to.
God,
be.
I would love that.
He should be.
I would love
He's
that.
extremely good at what he's born to be a wrestler. Like the Miz is
Oh,
like
for sure, yeah.
Mr. Reliable. Like keep him as long as you can. Sami Zayn.
Oh,
Ooh, I like that.
Sami Zayn and Seth Rogen, please. Just put them together. Everyone's been saying those jokes for forever now. Let's just put them together.
Give me some Danhausen and up and some bitch.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
In full
bitches.
gimmick. Like
Full
Yes.
gimmick. Yeah. Why doesn't he needs an Adult Swim show? I don't even know if Adult Swim still exists, but just like give him like an hour. Okay.
You guys, speaking of which, you guys should watch the Adult Swim Yule Log. That's all I'll say. Just go watch
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Ricky Starks because I like Ricky Starks.
Ricky's
Oh, he's-
amazing. He's,
he's really
so
good.
fucking
Yeah.
good.
Having a good year.
He's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what?
It's still time for Sting. Sting could be a big movie star.
Professional wrestler Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Honest answer here.
Stop it.
Someone I want to blow up. Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
He's just the best.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I feel like Joe.
He's great.
Dude, he could play like a grumpy dad, got to save his kids so much better than The Rock. No offense to Dwayne or anything.
Isn't it fucked up that like The Rock? I feel like he's now probably going to be put on a bad path.
No, wait, I am unaware of this deal because I haven't seen a lot of his stuff outside like Fast and Furious. What's going on with him?
So it's weird because the Fast and Furious is like, he caused the friction on the set. Obviously, Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel was also at least equally, if not more, responsible for that. But it's like, well, you're The Rock. You should be able to make that work. And it's like, but he moved on. He's doing other stuff. That's fine. And then he does this other stuff, and like Black Adam's going to be the biggest thing ever. And since Black Adam has come out, and it's been just kind of like another superhero movie that made $200-300 million. That's fine, but not enough money to really justify a sequel. He's been trying to gaslight everybody into believing that the hierarchy of power has changed. It is the biggest movie ever. It has made a ton of profit. He was like basically like going out and like doing math in front of everybody with his own personal accountants, trying to say, and DC's going to have to make this sequel. And it's just been weird, and everyone.
But the box office is like, you can see what it made in the box office.
Right. But he's like, but no, don't worry. Like it's already made $50 million in profit, and here's how it's like, and it's gonna make so much more money as it goes to home video and all this other stuff. And DC and Warner Brothers have been kind of sitting back, not saying anything, and now it's. And then recently he unfollowed the Black Adam movie and WB on Instagram, and it's like,
so are they not making more of those? Is like,
well, there's new leadership, new leadership at
yeah.
WB. It seems unlikely they'll make more of those. I mean, it also just
he's come out and said
money.
that he's not part of phase 2 of the DC universe's plans. I don't know.
They're only on 2.
Surprising. Like, look, The Rock's reputation is very good among a lot of people that worked with him. But like guys of that era, that like Attitude Era, they were very protective of their characters, and they wanted to know. Like they were very into like what their segments got and like ratings, and like they were very very invested in their shit and making sure it did well. And like he was one of those guys,
like where it's like one of the beefs on the set of the Fast and Furious is like. Him and Vin Diesel both wanted to only get punched so many times.
Yeah.
And if they never wanted to be the ones that like got knocked out, they always wanted to look strong. And it's like, well, Vin Diesel, why are you like, you're an actor. Why are you being this way? But like, he's got to look tough because he's like the leader of the family or whatever. And
it's his franchise.
Yes, and it's apparently Vin Diesel's sister was like in charge of that for him or whatever. That's weird.
You got to put someone over every once in a while.
Yeah, but then
50-50
The Rock comes
booking.
along and does the same thing. Yep, it's 50-50, and so it's like that was kind of weird. He also like got in a beef with IGN where like IGN's
saw
like,
that.
Here's how much money the movie made, and he was like, well, listen, if this is the way the reporters are going to be, and it's like, oh my god, just chill out.
Okay.
I just worry that like this is how villains are created. Like this is the origin story for some people who like maybe were respected at one point and then turn heel in real life, and you're like, my God, what have we done?
He's gonna run for president on a Republican ticket, is what you're saying. But
what's funny is like that's so easy
Crazier
to
things
see.
have happened.
It's so easy to see that happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Rock has a certain savviness about him. The thing is, like, for decades, he was always very savvy and very good with his career choices and things. I don't know enough about like the DC situation, but like I just can't see him suddenly unraveling. I can't really see this being like the end of his like meteoric rise. I think
he's gonna let off the gas, and like the right move would be go do something smaller that is like a passion project. And
show some more range. So do some like indie darling, like Oscar bait type stuff, and surprise everyone with his big like dramatic turn. Yeah.
Show up in Avatar 3. Work with James Cameron.
That too.
He is the mech suit at that point. All right, folks. That about does it for emails. Thank you so much for sending your emails to bombcast@giantbomb.com. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with, I don't know, just some quick stuff that we're hyped for 2023. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the final segment of the final Bombcast for 2022. We were just talking during a quick little break about how the weather is just going to snow all of us in. We're all just going to be snowed in.
It's coming to clap our cheeks right
now. Exactly. So hope you are having a warm and safe holidays. I thought we'd take a quick gander at what 2023 has in store. We could go around the room, pop off, maybe 1, 2, or 3 games that we're all excited for. I'll go first here. Jason, this will make you happy.
Yes.
Street Fighter 6.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so trash at fighting games, but like,
Hey, me too.
but you're a scientist is the difference here. But I don't know.
Paid for that designation, I think.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't felt this hype with Street Fighter or like a fighting game in a while. Really pumped for this. You were really high on it on the Bombcast. Yep. It just seems like positive vibes across the board.
And that's rare nowadays, especially in the fighting game community. It's the sentiment is through the roof. Like it's pretty amazing. So,
I have to talk myself back from buying like a fight stick prematurely or like a hitbox prematurely.
You are absolutely fine using a controller. I promise you. I promise you.
I just want to be cool.
Use those modern controls.
You could use those, yeah. Like those are
it's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Seriously.
All right.
I'm not against it.
The second game I have on my list that I'm excited for is Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Miles Morales fixed a lot of my complaints with that original game. I hope it sticks to its calendar release. We talked about this on the Bombcast last week.
That's the only thing, yeah.
That's the only thing. And I hope they just don't double down and put more stealth that you automatically fail.
That's not what people want. No.
Yeah, agreed. And didn't have that Miles Morales, right? Like not in any real way.
Not in an upsetting way that I can remember.
Yeah, so it's like they already learned that lesson, right?
Yeah.
So,
and the third game I'm excited for, and this is after an okay experience with the demo that came out, Forspoken.
really?
Forspoken,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm glad you had an okay.
Really?
'Cause all I've heard is people being like, I don't know about this demo, so I'm glad I could go play that right now. I'm going to go try it myself. That's what I'm going to do.
It's like, I still don't get a complete vibe or read on what the game is going to be, but like the moving around and jumping feels really dang good.
The cuff talking, that's pretty good.
I was playing it on mute. I was listening to a podcast at the time, but it felt good. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be enough to carry it through this cuff talking. Maybe we don't have to cuff.
I've never seen a game like present itself in so many different ways where I'm just like, I cannot understand what exactly this thing is. So all those things said, that's enough for me to pique my interest enough in checking it out. So
Sick.
Let's go.
Jeff Grubb, sir, you're 3 or however many.
Yeah, let's start with Pikmin 4.
Shit.
I got super down with Pikmin 3. I always liked Pikmin. Always loved Pikmin. Really enjoyed it on GameCube. I played Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, loved them. I really, really fell for the series with Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 3 Deluxe, where they really just figure out how to streamline that loop. And now it's just this tight thing where you're just going out there, you're finding some Pikmin, you're going to use them to do some fun stuff, get back to the ship, carry back what you can carry, go out there, do it again. Now you can go even further out into the world. And it works super well. And I'm so glad they're going back and doing a Pikmin 4 after really nailing down that loop. And I'm like, I think they're going to do some special stuff with Pikmin 4. Hades 2, early access. I don't care. That's an early access. It's going to be an early access next year. Yeah, I'm not going to wait. I'm like, this is one of those games where I do not need to wait for it to be 1.0. Let me be there along the whole process as it changes. I'm like, I want to have a relationship with this game. So if it changes over time, that's fine. Let's do it. And then Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Now, I will say that I've heard this, and I can't like confirm 100%, but this is not the craziest thing in the world. They already know that game's actually coming out in 2024, and they're going to announce like that delay at some point in 2023.
Wow.
So they like, it's funny the way apparently it went down is they were telling people it's coming in 2024, and then it got announced as at 2023 at the Game Awards, and everyone's like, well, that's not going to happen. Like everyone that like had heard this before, and apparently they think they're going to use that as like another big marketing beat, which just doesn't make any sense to me. So like that's why I'm like, I can't confirm it. Who knows? But wouldn't be very surprised if it doesn't come out until 2024. Okay. So yeah, those are my big 3.
That's where we're at now when the announcement of a delay is another marketable opportunity.
Exactly. I'm like, is that where we're at right now? But we'll see.
Jason, sir.
Mine's kind of one-sided. Like it's Street Fighter 6, obviously, but I'm also super interested in seeing what's going to come out of NetherRealm Studios, whether it's Injustice or if it's Mortal Kombat.
Overdue.
It's overdue. I'm sure it's going to get announced this year, if not released this year. We'll see. It's it's time, I guess.
Mhm.
But
Well,
other than
that's
that, I don't know, man. Like everything looks pretty good on the
Right.
surface.
trying to look for anything with air juggles here. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Wulong. There you go.
Baldur's Gate 3. There's some
Yeah.
air
SpongeBob
juggles.
SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake.
Dude, my son is gonna fucking love that game.
What about Wild Hearts? Wild Hearts, the Monster Hunter thing from Cody
Oh
Techno.
no, Jason is
Jesus
against
Christ.
that.
You've played their other ones before, so
yeah, and they
you're
were
uncertain.
okay. They were okay. I don't see doubling down on a new fucking IP.
Right.
We'll see how it goes. But
All right, thank you, Jason. Dan, your games that you're excited for.
Honorable mention to a couple promising remakes with Dead Space and Resident Evil 4. I think those both look great.
Won't have to
I
wait
love
long
both the
for either of those
originals.
either.
Fingers
First
crossed.
order.
As far as outside of that, I'll second Street Fighter 6. I think I'm in Jan's camp of like, hey, I'm trash at fighting games, but like when I click with one, like Street Fighter 4, I played the shit out of. Like I think 6 looks incredible based on the beta and everything. I loved it. And then Diablo 4, I think could I never I'm not typically a huge Diablo guy, but like I'm ready to really dive into one. 3 really impressed me on console.
Yeah.
I would love to play like
Yeah.
launch it on
4 is
console like
launching
that.
on console with couch
Exactly.
co-op. Yes,
That's what I want. And of course Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom.
of course.
So
Yep.
yes.
And of course, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Of course, yes.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we'll see after
Oh,
this
man.
movie, maybe.
me and Dan next bombathon just covered in blue.
I just want to live in that world.
I'll send you guys out on the street to get a cab, all covered in blue. Yeah.
Yes.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Bacalar, your games you're excited for.
Okay, so I've got about 4 things to talk about
Oof,
here.
whoa.
Straight up, I'm very just sort of interested in whatever the hell the new Silent Hill stuff is gonna look like.
Sure.
I'm assuming we get one of those things this year in 23, right? Like that's
Right. They said one of them, right? I can't remember which
maybe
one it is.
Ascension. Is that the one that they said?
And that's like 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
I
is it
don't
the
know
Silent Hill
if
2 remake.
honestly, I don't care. Whatever it is,
Sure.
like I'm ready for something to not to just be in that world and new and modern, and I will very much exist in that shit. I was a huge fan of the original Stalker. So Stalker 2 I'm stoked for. I don't know if that ever sees the light of day in 23, but I think that's where it's currently slated. So there's that. There was a game announced maybe a year plus ago called Replaced.
Yeah.
Do you
was at the
remember
Game
that?
Awards.
Right? So that was Game Awards 21, I think. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it was at the Game Awards again this year. Like it was there. I don't know. Maybe you were.
Was?
Yeah, maybe you were going potty or something. But or maybe it was in
what
the
were-
pre-show, and
Oh,
you guys were
okay.
like still sitting down or something.
Dan,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the part where you, me, and Mahardy left to get drinks, and they were like, "No, we're not doing drinks
We just
anymore."
they wouldn't serve us drinks, so we didn't buy anything. And then we had to stand for like 15 minutes because fucking some band was playing. And yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
Anyway, didn't want
Did
to
you guys have
drink
seat fillers? Were there people in your seats when you got back?
When we got back to our seats, we had fillers. Yeah.
We
Oh,
didn't talk about this enough on the Bombcast when you asked me to recap it, but like the entire, seating arrangement was such a clusterfuck. Like,
oh boy.
but I did sit next to Valkyrie for 10 minutes, and that was cool. All right, finally, I know I'm a mark for this game. I know this game's not gonna. I know this game's not gonna be good.
Okay, can we all guess? Can we all guess?
Yeah, I think you should be able
Something
to. tell.
Bacalar. It's not like
Yeah.
a pinball that I'm trying to.
I know, I'm a weirdo.
It's not the
It's a
obvious
Suicide
stuff.
Squad.
Yeah.
Space Marine 2.
I have talked
Okay.
this game has showed up in weird places, and I think it
Alan Wake
trailers
2.
it trailers real well.
It's not
It's got
Final
some-
Fantasy 16, no.
Dude,
Not
come
Skull
on.
and Bones.
Do you know-
Dead Island 2.
You guys, wow, it's like you don't even know
Crime
me.
Boss Rocket City.
It's like you don't even know me. This game only recently got what I will really emphasize in air quotes as a date.
Kerbal Space Program 2. Hollow
No.
Knight Silk Song.
I forget one event where this came out with a really striking trailer, and I was like, I didn't know anything about it at the time. It wasn't the first time it was announced, but it was enough where I was like, I'm into this shit. This game appears to be doing, and I'm excited about it. But it's constant
Digimon
delays.
World Next Order.
Dune, Spice
Nope.
World, whatever.
Atomic
Your Life?
Heart.
Oh, Atomic Heart.
Heart.
What the fuck is that?
Oh man. Okay, I don't remember that game.
What is that?
Atomic
It's
Heart
on
is
this
a
list.
It has a good trailer.
first-person shooter. That trailer's real well. It's very bizarre,
Not a
very
verb.
strange. No, I'm making it a
Trailers.
verb. It trailers real
That's
well.
Kojima. He trailers really well.
He does. Exactly. You should know, Dan. I think this game's going to be like kind of dead on arrival. I don't know why, but I want to know what it is. It's been so long. They first talked, I think they first started talking about it in 2019, maybe.
Yeah.
I found a February GameSpot article saying that it's coming out between September and December of this year, so it's got to be in the next week or so.
I'm also looking at an infographic that Microsoft published where Atomic Heart is well within that 2022 calendar release. It didn't come out.
Maybe they forgot to publish it. Maybe they forgot to hit save.
Oh, just got to flip a switch in the back end there in the CMS. Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Look, there's like this game is just almost non-existent. This game feels like some kind of like vaporware in the worst way possible. I don't know what else to say aside
Does this seem
from
like, just looking at screens here, is this like a We Happy Few situation
No.
where it like trailered really don't get me saying trailered.
it works. It makes
God
sense.
where it didn't wind up being what you wanted.
No, I think it's doing a lot of BioShocky visual sort of stuff and maybe some gameplay sort of stuff. And I think for me, some of that is like good enough. I kind of just like weird shooters, I think. And I don't know anything about the story. I don't know anything about it except for the very striking visuals that are presented in those trailers. And you know what? That's me. I'm weird. That's the thing that I'm drawn to at the moment. But all the other games are kind of normal, right? This one is my only freak choice. So,
And there you have it. The Giant Bomb's most anticipated game is the DLC for Horizon Forbidden West.
Which I believe they'll probably release 2 days after the next Zelda.
Oh, man.
Or before. Sorry, before.
Yeah, smart.
Same day.
imagine this game's good. Imagine this game is amazing.
Imagine they put it out. They mentioned that they do find a calendar spot where it's like completely free, and then Avatar comes along and it's like the best game of the year and it destroys its lunch or something like that.
That'd be so funny.
It really couldn't have been the two worst spots in like gaming history.
Yes, Breath of the Wild and Elden fucking Ring. Oh my god,
Like, two
Man.
of the best games ever in the same open world.
Oh, okay.
It's incredible.
Here's my bold call. Here's my call.
Hell yes.
The Horizon VR game, it's going to come out the same day as Half-Life Alyx will get announced and dropped for PSVR 2.
Surprise
there you
drop.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That
Yeah.
would track. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Well, folks, that about wraps it up for the final Bombcast for 2022. I want to thank these gentlemen surrounding this virtual screen. Dan, thank you. Jeff Grubb, thank you. Jeff Backler, thank you. And Jason A. Stryker, thank you. And last but certainly not least, thank you to the folks at home. You've helped us make this a wonderful year. Game of the year, a rousing success. Turns out math works. Turns out math works.
I'm the numbers guy.
Dan's the
Can I
numbers
take that
guy.
mantle, Backler?
Yes.
He's going to grip onto it.
By
tight.
all
No,
means, by all means.
Dan, we need to get you the blazer or like the whole suit of that one guy from those infomercials.
With the question marks?
Yes,
question
except
marks,
they're
yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
I would love to have a late career pivot into being that guy. Carrying a book around and screaming about it.
It's your new gimmick. It's your new gimmick.
It's called the Holy Bible.
That's right, folks. The Bible's back on the menu after being
The Catholic
eliminated.
agenda is coming at you once again in 2023.
That's
King
right.
Bible.
That's right. Folks, stay healthy, stay safe, you don't have to stay happy. You could be sad for a little bit, but just go and stretch for a bit.
No, it
just
sucks.
just stretch.
It sucks.
Plank.
Walk on your calves in the morning.
Walk on your heels and calves.
Heels,
All right. And as we always end these episodes, hip
Hip hip hooray! 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 Hip hip hooray!
This is the thing.
What is
We
that?
do this all the time. What are you talking about?
It's our thing.
Yeah, we always do that.
For a year.
Yeah, we always end the Bombcast putting our hands together, celebrating hip hip hooray.
Just like the normal victory
Hooray.
thing to do. Hip,
From
hip,
the very
hooray.
first Bombcast, every time.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been sleeping
Yeah.
on that.
Thank you,
was
Jason. Yes.
Initiation, yeah. That was
It
the
was,
first day
yeah.
on the job.
Watch the stocking stuffer on Christmas Day. There you go.
Yeah.
That's great.
The Giant Bombcast is hosted and live produced by Jan Ochoa, with support from Jeff Grubb, Dan Reichert, Jess O'Brien, Lucy James, Tamor Hussein, Jason A. Stryker, Matthew Rory, and me, Jeff Bacalar. Our theme music is provided by Tom Monda. Our logo is designed by Dave Schopenek, and you can find him online with the handle @Dave Saved the Day. Justin Vachon is our sweet little art boy. And thank you so much for listening. Of course, a kiss on the cheek to you at home.